We got Marge up here again, people. Got Marge. Woo! Let's go, Marge. What are we looking at here today? Day 20. Day 20. Fantastic, people. Day 20. Let's fucking go. How you doing today? So glad you're here. I am pumped to be here with you today on day 20. All right, today's hump day. Here we go. We're getting our hump on today. You know what I'm saying? We try to get our hump on every day, don't we? You know what I'm saying? Let's fucking go. All right, but today's a hump day. How you doing? Check in with yourself. Are you good? Fire stoked? Huh? Critical eye locked in the hole. Impulse control deployed. Huh? Do you got your schedule lined up? Are you moving in the direction you want to go? Check in every day. Check in weekly. Make it a thing every Saturday or every Sunday. Check in and say, hey, did I move closer to my goals this week? Okay? Is my schedule getting me closer to my goals, or did I let that shit slip through, and was I just reactive to everything? Was I putting out fires this whole week? Huh? Think about that, all right? Now, listen, if you're one of those people that has to do a to-do list before you get to your stuff, seriously consider what I'm telling you, okay? Give yourself permission only to do a certain number of to-dos a day, so that you can get to what you got to do. Either that or early in the morning, get up and do what you want to do first. And then do the rest of the day to-dos, okay? I'm telling you, people, just managing your schedule will change your life. Just being cognizant of your schedule will change your life. The fact that the information has hit your brain right now has changed you. Think about that. It's changed you. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, people, okay? That's how it is. That's how these things work, okay? And then have that internal resolve. That's why you stoke your fire. Internal resolve comes with stoking the fire to continue on, to do more, to take bigger bites, okay? And also protect yourself from things that want to come in and beat you down. That's that critical eye. Those three things are how you change your life. Okay? Those three things are how you motivate yourself to go further, do more, and actually become fulfilled. Do you want to be hungry the rest of your life, or do you want to be fulfilled? I mean, hell, don't you know some of them people who, it don't matter what you give them, they're never satisfied, man. Do you know anybody like that? Those are broken people, okay? Those are broken people. Don't you be a broken person, right? You come up with the idea of satisfaction. How do you arrive at satisfaction? Every person should be able to arrive at a point of satisfaction in the day, in the week, in their life, in their season of their life. They have to be able to reach a point of satisfaction. If you can't reach a point of satisfaction, that should be a red flag that somebody else is controlling you. Think about that. Somebody else, some other institution is diverting your energies away from you becoming satisfied, from you reaching a point of satiety, satisfaction. You hear me? So you got to become satisfied. Ask yourself, are you satisfied? Am I satisfied today? Did I go out and get the donuts? D-Wag out there is getting the donuts today. You know my boy D-Wag. He's up there in Indiana. He's out there getting donuts on the wrong side of the tracks, and he got himself a whole stack of donuts, a big box, and it looked fucking good. If I can throw that picture up here or whatever, I'll try to do that if I remember. I might forget, but shout out to D-Wag out there in Indiana getting her done with the donuts, and he looked like he got satisfied. If you keep eating donuts and you ain't never satisfied, I'll tell you, donuts ain't your problem, okay? You got something else as your problem. That should be a red flag, and use that to zero in on your issue, okay? So you can get that internal emotional plumbing fixed so you can go on and elevate your life. Because right now you're a slave. Whether it's crack cocaine, whether it's donuts, whether it's collecting Funko Pop heads or whatever, or trying to be the best whatever in the neighborhood, none of that shit matters. You think it does, but once you get there, once you put your ladder on that building and you work to climb your way up and then you're at the top, it don't matter. I know a lot of people who are rich, okay? I know a lot of people who are rich. But you know what? They all know someone a lot richer than them. They ain't happy about it. I know a lot of people in Newport Beach that have yachts, okay? Newport Beach, do you guys know Newport Beach? It's like the wealthiest place in California, or one of them. It's up there with like Montecito and Santa Barbara, and then you know, up there in San Francisco, that big Napa area. But Newport Beach is a really wealthy place. They got a big community right there built into the harbor, and everybody has boats and yachts and all that stuff that they park right up to their big house mansion. Okay, I know people in there. I've been to their houses. I've been on their yachts. I've had them pull up, you know, and they park. They got their own boat dock in their backyard, and you're like, bruh, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I've been out there on the 4th of July when they're having the fireworks and everybody's out in the harbor, okay? But you know, when I talk to them people, you know what they say? They always tell me about their friend who has a bigger yacht, who has a mega yacht, okay? Never satisfied, people. Never satisfied. So what is it that's going to satisfy you? Ask yourself that question, because it's going to point the direction into things that you need to address in your life so that you can go on and fly. We should be like kids, you know? Like when kids in kindergarten come together on the playground, they're just worried about the moment. And they're worried about the relationships that they're engaging in at that moment. And everybody is an equal. Okay? As we grow into adulthood, we devise these little schemes and stuff to try to put everybody into this like slavery of mind control, to say, oh, well, I've got a better job. I'm an engineer. I'm a lawyer. I'm a this. I'm a doctor. I'm not one of those day laborers. Or, hey, guess what? I'm a you know, I live in the nice part of town. Okay? I've got a nice house. I've got a Mercedes or whatever. But you know what? There's always a hierarchy to that once you subscribe to that. Just get the things that meet your needs, and then instead invest in the relationships, the creativity, and the electricity that can flow through you to change your life. Okay? What's the one thing uber wealthy people can't buy? What's the one thing they chase after? They chase after experiences. They chase after people with charisma and electricity. They chase after people who have built things inside of themselves. That's what becomes the value when you start to get on that top end of the wealth. And why do you think I'm talking about the top end of the wealth? I'm talking about it because once you go as far as you can go and achieve all the wealth or whatever, it shows us, everybody else who's below them, that it's not worth it. I'm not saying don't be rich. I'm not saying don't make money. That's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, I want to be rich. I want to make money. But I want to keep my eyes focused on my passion, my charisma, and the relationships in my life so I can be fulfilled. Okay? It doesn't matter how many homes I'm in. I have, right? Say I have like 7 houses. I don't, but say I did. I can only exist in one house at a time. So if you think about it, from your psychological standpoint, you can only ever have access or have a hold of one house, because you can only dwell in one house at a time. Everything else is a psychological construct. Think about that. That's some deep shit right there. Hey man, I got like 30 cars out there. Well, you can only drive one at a time. You can only be in one at a time. The rest of the cars is to bring you prestige, to impress other people, to have relationships from people you think you want to have relationships with. Okay? But you're deceiving yourself. Go back to that original agreement that we made, right? Remember this agreement, to be truthful with yourself. That's the pact that we made with ourselves. I'm going to be brutally honest with myself. You should make the same pact. Be brutally honest with yourself. It's how you navigate your boat of your life to the right island, to where you're going to be happy. That's what it's all about. What, you want to be some wealthy motherfucker and still unhappy? That don't get it, people. That don't get it, okay? So think about all that. I know I just dumped all that on you. That's a lot for me to say. But hey, think about that, okay? Now, we had a great video the other day, and we had some great comments, okay? We had some awesome comments the other day. We had a Hillbilly. He said, watching the drawing instruction is cool, and I'm having fun. Thanks for pumping me up, Ray Ray. I appreciate it. Hillbilly Harry, we got him out there. Let's go, Jared, okay? That's Jared's pops right there. We cheering him on, okay? Get Wrecked said, great show. Love it. Thank you. Appreciate the comments, man. I need the comments. Seashell SoCal said, thanks, Ray, for all the sprinkles. Woo-woo. All right, so I love that. I'll try to put the woo-woo in there for some of y'all people. You love it. All right? Then we got Disco Drummy said, thanks, Ray Ray. I'm off to kick some ass. Let's kick some ass, people, okay? And then we got Canales. That's Ebi Canales. He said, special mention to the intro. Love the intro song on YouTube. Professor Grass seconded it, all right? Ryan Harkness makes some great music. We love that, okay? We just absolutely love that. James said, what did he say? It needs something different. Let's go, bruv. That's what he said. Let's go, bruv. I love it, okay? Gotta love Ray Ray's green pill. Hey, that's from Professor Grass. Appreciate it. All right, let's go. Let's fucking kick some ass. All right, so people, that's what we want to do. We want to kick some ass. We want to build relationships with people who are on our same page, okay? Who are going to resonate with you, who are going to bring sunshine to your life. Because I'm telling you, a life in the shadows is no fun at all, all right? And if you know what I'm talking about the shadow side of your psychology, all right? The shadow side of your psyche, where you're dominated by the ego and the superego, and you're basically browbeaten to submission through dread, fear, and I don't know, the other bad thing, okay? There's dread and fear. There's something else, but it escapes my mind. I guess I got a little shadow going on. But, you know, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So don't exist in the shadow side. Come out into the sunshine, okay? Let the sunshine hit you, and you have a good time and go out and play with other people, all right? Have relationships that count. Be excited. Be passionate about things in your life. Be stoked and build that fire. Now, other opportunities will open for you that you never even thought of. Let me take a swig real quick. And I got something. I got Virgie out there. I'm shouting out Virgie. He came to me, you know Virgie from Revenge of the Sis, and There Goes the Neighborhood on Rumble. If you ain't watching his show, go watch his show. It's pretty interesting. It's late at night, so I love it. It's perfect for me. I usually turn it on the big screen, and I watch it while I'm drawing or whatever, and I giggle along with him, you know, because I got a crazy sense of humor that goes all over the, you know, breaks every boundary, goes all over the board, right? And he came to me and he said, hey, can you make me some ties? And I'm like, ties? What the hell? What do you want me to make you some ties? But I said, okay, sounds great. Let's go ahead and make some ties. So here's some tie ideas I made for Virgie. All right? Now, if you guys don't know who Virgie is, he's that high Scooby-Doo dog. Okay? So there's some fun ties for Virgie. And he's got that laugh. That's in number 5 right there. It's that wicked laugh. So anyway, so then I tell Virgie, bro, the ties are a great idea. Why don't we just turn those into stickers? So I'm waiting to hear back from him. Maybe we'll turn them into stickers. That could be a lot of fun. You know what I mean? That could be a lot of fun. So anyway, you never know what could happen. You know, I had a couple other people reach out to me yesterday, say, hey, Ray, can you do me a couple of covers? I'm already doing 2 or 3 covers. I just did a couple of logos. I'm doing some other stuff. You know, I never thought I'd be doing this kind of stuff, but hell, let's go for it. All right? Let's say yes to everything. All right? So if you got something you need done, drop me a note. I'll see if I can help you out with it. Also, do me a solid. Like, subscribe, comment on my YouTube channel. It really helps. I'm trying to get them numbers up so I can... Hell, I want to interview somebody like Sam Hyde. You know what I'm saying? I want to interview... you know, get a hold of some of these people and get them on my little show here and talk to them about creativity. I'd love to pick Sam Hyde's brain about his concepts about creativity. So let's fucking go with that, okay? I'd love to get Alex Stein. I'd love to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? He's hilarious, and he's such a creative comedian. I'd love to talk to him. So let's get them numbers up so I can, you know, get on there and have an interview that really contributes to our community. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping to have my whole new software setup pulled together by Saturday. I'm going to work on it today after I do this video. So we'll get that going. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get CK back on. We're going to get eBay back on. We're going to get Maximilian Adolfson, the illustrator, on. We're going to get some other people on. Hopefully Abby. She does all those fantastic architectural drawings and all that kind of stuff on. We're going to get Ben back on. He's really kicking ass. Ben, shout out to Ben, Based Art Department. He is really kicking ass in his basement, doing his metal work, and he's getting the lasers. He's getting hydro dipping. The guy's going wild, and I really fucking admire that. You know what I mean? He's just busting it out. So I'm stoked on that, and I got to get him back on because our last interview got corrupted because I was running it on my old software and it was going slow as balls, and then the buffer overfilled, and I don't know what it did, but it sounds like a fax machine when I put it on to edit, and I was like, Ben, I can't use this. And so we're gonna finally get him back on, and we're gonna knock that out of the park. And you know, we're also going to do that thing in Discord with the writer's room. I'll set that up today. So if you want to join the Discord and want to work on your writing, come on over and do that. We're going to do it, people. We're going to really make, hopefully, a little hub where creative people can kind of come together and interface with each other and exchange ideas, get critiques, and get these things that we need, so that we can feel like we're not alone out here, and that we can be excited enough to push our ideas into production and actually push them out to the public and see if the public loves them, because we know they're going to love them, okay? We might, you know, make some mistakes or whatever, but the public is going to love the ideas because they're genuine, okay? Because they don't have a hidden agenda in them, because we're not trying to force the rainbow flag down their throat, okay? You got me? This is actual content, actual stories, actual designs from people who are living life and are suffering, okay? The best artwork comes after we have just suffered and gained a tremendous amount of wisdom, and we've filled up our cup and we're ready to pour it out and share, okay? That's what it's all about. That's what creativity is all about. So let's go with that. And I think that covers everything I was going to say. I can't think of anything else. All right. So we're going to come on down here to camera 2. And we're going to talk about what I got going on right here. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to have some fun. And we're going to have a little conversation with a couple of people. Okay? Now, I want you guys to pick whoever you want. All right? Now, I just picked, I picked Trump, Candace Owens, I picked Nick Fuentes, Sam Hyde, and Tucker Carlson, okay? And I made them cartoons, all right? And they're all gonna say something. I don't know what they're gonna say yet, but as we go along, we're gonna figure it out, okay? And of course, I exaggerated them however I wanted to. Pick one thing on the person and really exaggerate it. Up here, I picked Trump's hair, okay? I picked Nick's hair down here. Candace, I separated her eyes, like, you know, really far apart. Sam Hyde, I just made him looking crazy. And Tucker, I just put his hair on and put his bow tie back on, because that's how I remember him, with that bow tie. Alright, so remember, you start out with your box, and then you go ahead and adjust the proportions and the position, however you want it, okay? Now, we did some funky proportions in these cartoons, but you got to do funky proportions if you're going to go ahead and make some you know, cartoons about political people, and that makes it fun. You know what I mean, people? You want it to be fun, and the way you know if it's working is if it makes you laugh, okay? And that's what counts. It's supposed to make you laugh, and it's supposed to be fun. And we got Trump down here, and maybe he's grimacing a little bit. Put some of his teeth down there. He's got his lip, his chin. Maybe he's got a couple of whiskers hanging off. You know, when you get older, you kind of forget how to shave or you miss a couple spots. You got his big jowl. He's got these big jowls, and he's got his big neck hanging down like that into his shirt. Put his shirt on right there. In his tie. Got his tie right here coming back in the shirt. And he got his jacket. And you know, you can just go in any order that you want to go in, really. You don't have to do the head all the time the first. You can do other things if you want to, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that. Do his cheek, okay? Then his other eyebrow, right there like that. Get his brow ridge put in there. Put his big old ear in there. He got a big old ear. Have you guys noticed that? He got a big old ear, okay? All right, so that's what we got right there. Now I'm going to jump on up to the medium guy because I want to do his hair big. Okay, so he's got his hair. Woo! That's fun, isn't it? Look at that. Woo! So he's like, hey, what's going on, people? You know, he's got his hair in there. He's got the little duck sticking out the back, and so there we go. There's our Trump. Okay, you got him. He's sitting right there doing his thing. So maybe thicken up some of these lines. Put in a shadow. Alright, so there's our Trump, okay? Let me go ahead and put a little eyelid up there. It will bother me a little bit. Alright. I don't know what he's gonna say. What do you think he's gonna say? Think about that, okay? Think, what should he say? Alright? Let me know what you think he should say, or any of these people in the chat, okay? Tell me what they should be saying. Now, of course, I got Candace over here. And of course, you know, I had to make her eyes all fucking far apart, like some sort of prey animal. You know? She's over there giving Nick the stank eye. And boy, did you guys see that interview she did with Nick Fuentes? That was crazy. She was really kind of showed her ass on that one, in my opinion. I've never really followed her that much. His lip. Now, I did want to exaggerate her lips. That's pretty fun, right? And her chin. Got her cheekbone. Comes down to her chin. Goes up to her jaw. Then you got her hair. Little part in the middle. Got our ear hanging out the back, then we got a big hoop. Let's just go ahead and give her big old hoops. Because you know that seems about right, doesn't it? You know what they say about them girls with the big hoops. If you know what they say, put it in the chat. Because I'm not gonna say on right here. All right, so then there we got her right there. Okay, let's go ahead and get the thicker marker. Come up here and really put in her hair, make it nice and shiny. Okay, her eyebrow. You guys see that all right? All right, good. Got her eyebrow. She got her big bun back here. Go ahead and put that in. All right. The shadow under her lips, under her jaw. All right, so then, bam, there we got Candace Owens right there, okay? What is she saying? I don't know. I think something like, I love you, Nick, or, you know how Nick thinks that she has that secret crush on him or whatever, and that's pretty funny. And we're doing our little tucker up here. And, or maybe she's like lecturing Nick about having kids or something like that. I don't know. Something funny like that. We got Tucker down here. This little bitty chin. Okay. Always pick one or two things that you can accentuate or you can make fun of. Now he has some big ass ears. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. His ears are huge. And of course he's got his, let's go ahead and get the bigger, well hold on, let me get this right. His neck is like, it morphs, you know, right into his shirt. His neck is huge. I'm putting him in a bow tie because that's what I think he should have. You know, that's what he used to wear all the time. Never trust a man in a bow tie, that's what I say. I had that philosophy for a long time. Now hold on, let me go back up here and let's do his hair. Big old hair. Now he's got that really cool little swoop right there, little French curve. We're gonna color it in. Comes out like that. And we're just using very simple shapes, okay? If like I said, if you can get the proportion and the position right, it'll look right. Your exact shape doesn't have to be exactly what it looks like, okay? So just focus on that first, okay? All right, now we're gonna come back down here. We're gonna do Nick, okay? First, let's start with his hair, right? That'll be fun. He's got that wild hair, kind of like Trump. Let's just go crazy with it, okay? That's kind of funny, isn't it? They both have that wild hair. There we go. I don't know how you start doing that hairdo. I've never been a fan of it myself. It's kind of a weird hairdo. I tell you, back in my day, if he was going to school, he would have gotten beaten up for that hairdo. They're like, "What are you, you know what I'm saying, right? We're on YouTube. We got to keep it friendly around here. Let's go, let's go." All right, let's get his eye, his nose. And I'm just using the simple shapes we talked about yesterday. Now he has a complex smile because it's down on one side and it kind of goes up on the other side. So be aware of that, okay? Then his cheek, and then it kind of comes down like so. He's got prominent cheekbones. He is starting to get a little bit thick though, so they're kind of going away. And then there you go. Got his suit going right there, and there he is, kind of right there. Then we got to get his eyebrow coming over like that. Let's put his ear in there. I don't know why I keep coughing. I guess it's because there's still that pollen out there right now, really bad out here in the desert. All right, so there we go. We got Nick right there, okay? Now, I've been waiting to get to this one right here. This is Sam Hyde, all right? Now, we're going to take out our little pin, our fine one, our fine point, because I want to really focus on, I want to make his glasses like that mind control swirl, because I think that's funny as hell. He's like one of them people in Alice in Wonderland. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And he looks kind of like a shaman in this picture, or something like that. One of those mystics or whatever. All right, so we got that swirly thing going on right there. Let's go back up to the small Sharpie, not that one. Let's go up to the small Sharpie and do his glasses. There we go. And if you don't know, I'm telling you right now, if you make sound effects while you draw, your drawings are better. You go, to his nose. All right, now remember how we did the beard and the mustache yesterday. That's what I'm using for today. Those simple shapes, okay? And look how powerful those simple shapes are. You see it? I'm making it right now. Those simple shapes are extremely powerful, all right? And we're gonna come down into his beard and his bill. He had a billy goat tee right there, like so. And then his ear back here is cut off with his hair. His other side of his glasses. His forehead put in his brow, and then he got his hair coming down like so. And I'm just gonna treat his hair as a single piece, okay? And I find that's pretty fun to do sometimes, right? So I got his wisps of hair going around like so. And you'll see what I mean when I get done here. Okay, then we got this up here. And if you're having fun, that's what matters. Oh, I forgot to do his mouth. All right, so you got his lips. His lips are a lot of fun too. It's a great shape. Put his teeth in there. There you go. Bam! We got him right there. Now let's go ahead and let's darken in some of this. Okay, and then it'll really kind of come together. When I do that, you'll see it. And we keeping it black and white. You know, these are also known as no tan. High contrast, just black and white, two-tone, simple shape to kind of get the reading of the image. And then what you do is you can take it further after you're happy with the no tan. That's a Japanese term. Japanese have all the best terms. Man, what about what's going on over in Japan right now? That's crazy. How much of that immigration stuff and the Muslim stuff they're dealing with? That's insane. Poor Japanese people. Being sold out by their own government. Gee, I wonder what that's like, huh? As we do our political cartoon characters right now. You got me? Alright, so then there's his hair. Let's come on down and get his goatee. Now we're still on track. We're right at 30 minutes. We're doing good, people. We're ahead of schedule. Okay? So we're doing good on time. So I don't want James barking at me. Okay? Got to get James on, ask him what's going on in England. Got to do a little interview with him, get a little round table going on. That'll be fun. Hopefully we'll be able to do that after this week. So I'm shouting out James. So there we go. We got Sam Hyde right there. Okay? And he's like, what the hell? Doesn't he look crazy? He looks wild and crazy, doesn't he? Yeah, it looks crazy. Yeah, it looks just like him, doesn't it? Now, let me see him. Now, what are they saying? Okay? What are they saying, people? Let's think about what they're saying. Okay, obviously we'll start with Nick. He's been the easiest, and we're just gonna say, she wants me. Of course, that's referring to Candace Owens. She wants me, right? And what's Trump saying? Maybe he's saying, no, I think maybe he's saying, bitch. I don't know. I think he would say that, right? What's Candace saying? What's she gonna say right here, huh? What do you think she's gonna say? I don't know. What's Tucker saying? Tucker's saying something about nice basement. That's what he'll say. Nice basement. And then I don't know, what's Sam Hyde saying? Sam Hyde saying, I'm coming for you. So that's what Sam's saying. And what is Candace saying? That's an easy. See, this is the opportunity in your artwork to really say something nuanced and profound, right? So we built this entire image right here, and the entire image, the point of it is, what is Candace gonna say? That's the whole point of this entire image. That's what's gonna make this funny. Depending on what she says is how funny this is gonna be, because this is a support character, this is a support character, this is a support character, this is a support character. But whatever she says is going to be the poignant piece of the image. That's going to make this cartoon viral, or it's going to make it, meh, it's okay. So I want you to think about what should she say and put it in the chat. If we can come back up to 1. I want you to think about this, okay? Think about what Candace should say. What is she going to say? She could be saying something to Trump. She could be saying something to Nick, to Tucker, or to Sam Hyde, okay? But what is she saying? And how good of a writer are you to come up with something clever that she's saying? So help me out on that. Put it in the comments. The best one wins. I'll put it on the cartoon, and I'll post it, okay? So let's have fun doing that. Now get out there and kick some ass. Let's go, people. Come on.